Neil Robertson leads Graeme Dott 5-3 at the halfway stage. Dott won one frame on the black, one on the pink. It could have been a lot worse from his point of view, but it's Neil Robertson who's done the heavy scoring. 2 centuries from the Australian. He'll be feeling confident that he can get over the line this evening. But we know how hard Graeme Dott can make it. Let's find out what happens in this very important first mini-session. Neil Robertson to get us underway.
Frame 9, Neil Robertson to break.
Yeah, Dott typically tenacious in those 2 close frames he won, but his highest break in the match, Graeme Dott, just 56. And you feel if he's going to win this final, then his scoring will have to improve.
Always a special night, isn't it, these finals? Growing a rich history of them in recent years, and ITV and this Coral Series and the road to Llandudno, the Tour Championship finals. Great encouragement from the crowd. The walk-ins, it's always special. And now the hush as battle gets underway.
There's the trophy that they're playing for this evening, plus of course the first prize of £100,000. It's big last frame Dott won this afternoon on the pink with that clearance, but he needs to try and, as Stephen Henry said, win this mini session. Certainly you feel can't afford to lose it. Could have done without the knuckle. Presented an immediate chance for Neil Robertson. Robertson has been scoring so heavily. He's made 25 centuries in his last 20 matches. Of course, he made 2 this afternoon. So 6 in this tournament so far. And there's no sign of any fatigue, either physical or mental. His focus has been superb.
9. $16. 17.
And because of his mastery of the cue ball, expect him to get nice and low in that loose red that you see there. He did that in the first session today, bringing other reds into play.
24.
That's the sort of shot players quite enjoy, because it's a creative shot.
25.
Just 2 or 3 perhaps. And the wrong side of straight in this. He may have to compromise his position a little here. I know he's got the cue power, punching round 2 cushions out for the red. Left of the pink, but looks like he's just going to settle for a tricky one. To right middle. It's as good as he could have done from there.
32. Neil Robertson, 32.
Yeah, it wasn't a sitter. Tricky, that. And it ran absolutely straight, didn't it? You don't... The nap of the cloth in the modern day doesn't pull the cue ball south any.
There's a chance Graeme Dott may not have been expecting.
Eight.
Well, we know, we've seen it this week, we've seen it over the last 20 years. He doesn't lack for any determination, Graeme Dott. We saw it in the 2 frames he stole earlier.
Nine.
He does negotiate that pocket. Discovered snooker at the age of 8. His granddad and his uncle would play every weekend. Graeme would watch. Eventually they let him have a game, and this is very unusual. First time he played, he made a 40 break, which is incredible, really. He'd like more than that here, though, in this frame. First of the evening, as I say, his highest of the day so far, 56.
11.
Without making any sort of excuses for him, I do think that this afternoon's session, and my fellow professionals will know about this, you get sessions where the chances you get aren't really all that good. They're not, you know, you've got to work for everything. It's a bit awkward, and that does happen. I think a lot of chances he got today were of that nature. Now, is he playing the split? You see, that's better. That's much better.
70.
You get days like that, sessions like that, matches. When something like that split happens early in the session, you get a nice little feeling. You think, oh, all right, here we go. This could be my day, my match. Gives you confidence the next time you play into a bunch of reds that you fancy landing on one.
26.
Well, he spent a bit of time practicing before the evening session. He's also spent time with his wife Elaine and their 2 children, Lewis and Lucy, who are both here. Looking to make a good start to the evening. Has a chance to do that here and make this final closer.
34.
Graeme Dott has stood tall on the greatest snooker stage of them all, the Crucible Theatre in Sheffield. 14 years since he won the World Championship. The following year he won the China Open, but no success in ranking tournaments in terms of titles since.
$41.
This is lovely if he can play for pink. Force it for pink, the next red's then easy.
42.
Yeah. Things are looking actually quite bleak at 5-2 this afternoon. Pinched that last frame, all of a sudden within reach of closing to just 1 behind again.
$48.
Well, last night Karen Wilson came back at Robertson with big breaks, just made him think about things.
49.
Yeah, so 17-24. 2 reds with high value colours needed.
56.
So he's equalled his highest break of the day, but must keep going for a few more shots if he's to nail the frame.
$57.
Wow, it's
62.
just kept running. It's just kept on running. And that has ruined things. Just needed
Dott, 62.
red and reasonable colour there. 62, then he leads by 30 with 43 still on.
You'd expect to get this red in behind the black spot. So it's all about a cue ball and covering the red that he just played, because he wants Graeme to lift the other one. Graeme can just get through to that. No heroics, just push the red to the side cushion. Outside chance of maybe even potting this in the right middle. No, he went thinner. He's trying to play a basic safety as the blue goes semi-safe, or awkward at least. Drop of the hand by Graeme suggests that this is a natural in-off, playing the cut back to corner. Can work the cue ball, just about enough for him to jack the butt of the cue up. Deciding perhaps the in-off's not, it looks like a bit near jaw. Bottom jaw of the middle. Good shot. Where's the cue ball? Ooh. Here's decision time. 31 in front. He'd like to pot, well, he'd probably like to pot brown. He's obviously got a guaranteed dab in behind the bulk colour, snooker nail.
Rainbow, thank you.
Yeah, brown is chasing. Shot.
So Robertson at the moment can only tie red, black and the 6 colours.
Graeme Dott, 5.
Robertson was going well in this frame, but on 32 he missed a red to the right middle. Graeme Dott got in with 62. And those 5 points mean that at the moment Robertson's best hope is a respot. Could be a very exciting evening this, certainly if Graeme Dott can go into the interval. 6-all would be great for him obviously, but certainly, as I say, can't afford to lose this mini session, otherwise you can see Robertson just running away with it. He actually said at the start, didn't he, right at the start of the day, Dott, if I'm 6 each, I'll fancy it. Let's see if that transpires. As for now, he's got Robertson in a heap of trouble here. Have a look at that.
Like a wee Highland Terrier that doesn't give you a minute's peace. What Graeme's all about. That was a terrific shot. Huh. How do you go about hitting this red? Yeah, it looks like round the back of the green's the only out here. 2 cushions.
Foul. Graeme Dott, 4.
So snooker's now required and a chance to pot this red.
One.
Well, he's done what he had to do, I guess, which is make a good start to the evening. He's made his highest break of the match, 62. He's got this kind of intense way of playing snooker, Graeme Dott. It's like every frame he plays feels like a decider.
3.
And that transfers to his opponents. We've seen it this week.
5.
He beat Ronnie O'Sullivan in the quarterfinals, beat Tom Ford in the semis, which was a great contest.
8.
Great competitor. And he's been playing good snooker of late. This has been coming, this run to the final. He was in the semis of the German Masters just a week
12.
ago.
$70.
5-2, Robertson was streaking away with it. He'd won 4 in a row, but Dott won the last of the afternoon on the pink. And he's come out tonight showing intent. He's going to fight for every ball this evening. He's getting a good round of applause from the crowd here in Cheltenham as he wins the first frame of the night. So the final's got a lot closer. Neil Robertson now leads in this thrilling World Grand Prix final. Graeme Dott came out, as I say, showing real intent by winning that first frame of the night.
Thank you. Frame 10. Graeme Dott to break.
Frame 4, Graeme Dott broke off, and Neil Robertson made 127 off it. So this is not a good start for Dott to leave a red on immediately.
One.
Third Sunday in a row, of course, that Neil Robertson's been in a ranking final. Different scenario each time. The first time he played, Zhou Yulong, he never won a tournament, never been in a final in a ranking event. Second one, German Masters, Judd Trump, of course, has been in lots of finals and winning lots of tournaments. And in this final, he's playing someone who hasn't been in one for a while, hasn't won a tournament for 13 years. So that's been different. But what's been the same is how well Robertson's played all through the 3 events. And I guess he'd be looking to make amends. What happened in the last frame, the key moment for him was missing that
16.
red to the right middle on 32.
Seventeen.
Good crowds today, despite the horrible weather, the storm that's been battering Britain. Great to see so many people here in Cheltenham for the final.
23.
Wondering how this is going to pan out this evening.
$24.
And wondering at the moment, is this going to be a second frame that Robertson wins directly from a Graeme Dott break-off?
$31.
Doesn't like the red second from the right. The reason being, it's a type of shot, if you play for the black, there's a chance you could get a kick on it. So is he punching it in, going back up? No, he's played it. No, nowhere near.
Yeah, Robertson 31.
Actually, I think he's covered it. Yeah, he has, and he's been fortunate. He just never looked like he wanted to play it, did he? I understand why players don't like that type of shot. Half ball.
Well, this is what Dott needs tonight. He needs Robertson to start missing. He did in the first frame. He has again here. Could have been left with something easier than that as well.
One.
He seemed a little quick through delivery there to Graeme. He didn't wait for it. He came back and sort of jabbed at it. Yeah, that's right. Shaking his head there.
It was one of those where it was a big shot and he played it like it was a big shot. And the question is, I guess, will it cost him? Second chance in the frame for Robertson.
9.
You hear sometimes people talking about timing, don't you? Timing the cue ball properly. As I said there, sometimes you've got to wait for it. You come back and you go through to strike. You can do it either too slowly or too quick. We talk about decelling, and that would be the opposite what Graeme
16.
did there. Not an easy thing to find is your timing when it goes off kilter.
$17.
Wanted pink there. This black's not a cinch. Should get it.
$24.
That's Miller, who's Neil's partner, nervously watching on from the audience.
$25.
Obvious loose reds. Little soft cannon on the one on the right there. Yeah, played it nicely. And that'll do. That'll do very nicely. Thank you.
30.
61 then. So just 2 reds needed.
31. $38.
I guess from Robertson's perspective, he can just hold Dott off. He'll be happy with that tonight.
39.
So it looks like he's got his 2-frame lead restored. Just eases a little bit of pressure. Looking to win ranking title number 18. He said a few weeks ago
46.
that his target is to get to 20 and then reconfigure his goals. Well, he might not have to wait long to get there. The streak he's on, the Welsh Open, starts tomorrow. He's defending champion in Cardiff. Could he make it 4 finals in 4 weeks?
$54. $55.
He's a great studier of the game. He's watched a lot of old matches, particularly World Finals on YouTube. Because, of course, growing up in Australia, he didn't see them in the same way that British kids would have done on television. He also watches his own matches back.
61.
Look at what he's done and what he can improve on.
62.
But the way he's playing at the moment, there's not much to improve on.
$68.
So there's enough on to make a 3rd century of the final.
69. $76. 77.
Because he's so tall and rangy, Neil Robertson, he's one of those players that ability to somehow make the table look smaller than it actually is.
82. $85. 89.
Only 3 players have made in excess of 700 centuries in professional competition. Ronnie O'Sullivan, John Higgins and Stephen Hendry.
94.
Neil Robertson pots this pink. For his career, he'll be on 697. Never in doubt, was it? Graeme Dott took that big red on to the yellow pocket, didn't pot it. Neil Robertson has done the rest. An important clearance for him just to get going this evening. 107. And his 2-frame lead is restored. He needs 4 more to win the World Grand Prix here this evening. He leads Graeme Dott in Cheltenham. And Neil Robertson needs 4 of them to be champion here in Cheltenham this evening.
Thank you. Frame 11. Neil Robertson to break.
If he wins the title and keeps hold of the £10,000 high break prize for his 140, he'll go over £500,000 prize money for the season this evening. And he's in the mix, of course, for a couple of bonuses. The European Series, he's favourite for that. That's 150,000. The Coral Cup for this Coral Series is another 100, plus all the money to come in the Players' Championship, Tour Championship, and the other events on the circuit. So it's promising to be a bit of a bonanza for Neil Robertson this season, but it's because he's playing so well, of course. He's winning. That's why. Graeme Dott, even if he doesn't win, if he finishes runner-up, will have earned already about twice as much this season as he did last in prize money, with more, as I say, still to come.
Oh, by Jings, what a pot. Whoa. Oh, I don't know if there's been a hot shot compilation yet, but that one should be in it. What a shot. Attack the pack as well. Oh, dear me.
$8.
Yeah, giving the guys editing hot shots a few headaches to get them all in. And then
Neil Robertson 8.
massively overcuts that.
Let's see how he delivers in this one. He was a wee bit quick for me in the last frame. This type of shot. Yeah, that was better. He timed that, didn't he? It sounded better, looked, but everything about it.
$4.
Graeme Dott's wife Elaine is here with their children. A few fingernails maybe being bitten.
$5. 12. Thank you. 13.
I wonder if we play the little soft cannon. Yeah, looking at it now, just straight up, cue ball in a straight line. Little soft cannon. And, yeah, he's playing it virtually impossible not to be on one, not with any pace. Yeah, that's lovely. And again, use the red as a stopper. With the pink up the table, yes, it's in the open, but this kind of situation, there's sometimes quite a high premium on each positional shot with just the black down this end. Didn't quite have the angle to play for black. Wants to play for a couple of colours here.
21.
Yeah, that's what can happen. Anytime you have a little sortie up to the bulk end of the table, as I say, the premium's
22.
higher in your next shot. He just said to himself, what are you doing? That was quite an easy shot for a player of Graeme's class.
Good top, but it's not getting any easier, this break. Same comment applies, I think. Not getting any easier.
Yeah.
Now he's nicely on the black. So negotiated all of that difficulty really well.
That's good experience as well. Just a little walk round the table after the problems he created for himself there. Just reset.
$40. 41.
There's the scene then. Packed house. Struggling with his cue ball just at present. Yeah.
48.
Gonna have a journey back up to bulk again. Shouldn't be a massive problem. The way he's going to play it, I think, 2 cushions round the back of the brown, would put him on the perfect line to land nice on the pink. You just spin round the back of that brown. He's got a off straight pink probably, or brown. Straightforward access back to the reds.
$53.
Won't need those reds on the cushion.
$54. Yeah. 61.
It's another pressure shot coming up. It's White close to the cushion, and he's getting closer, as you see. He's not far away from winning the frame. In fact, a red and a black. And Robertson needs a snooker, but first he needs this red.
62.
Trademark Dotty on a pressure ball, knocks it in. The black, and barring snookers, it's 6-5. Bill Robertson got him with a fantastic red.
69.
Good black as well, and then overcut that red to the left corner.
70.
And as Stephen suggested at the top, 3-1. This little session would be the target for Graeme.
77.
2 out of 3 ain't bad, and a huge frame
17.
coming up then before the intermission.
This is Dott's icebreaker of the match now. Hold on, hold on. This is Dott like that one.
$85. $88.
Just stays out, so the break ends at 88. Graeme Dott wins his second frame of the evening, and there's one in it again. Neil Robertson leading 6-5. One more frame to come before the interval, and it is a big, big frame. Early, that hasn't happened. Graeme Dott is staying with him.
Thank you, frame 12. Graeme Dott to break.
Off we go then. Now, Graeme's had trouble breaking from this side. There, see, there's another. He's tried to adjust. He's been fortunate this time, barring a plant to left corner. He's not finding the break-off shot at all.
Well, I think Dott feels this plant goes because his reaction there, he was smiling at first, then he came round to have a look at the plan and sort of threw his chalk in the air. And Graeme Dott was right.
Yeah, well picked out by Neil. on the break-off, players are generally uncompromising. They don't change. They don't like switching sides. And obviously prefers breaking from yellow. It's not working. Switch it. Is this to pull up?
5.
Just about has, I think. They may have to just play it with a trace of left.
Six.
Well, a couple of frames tonight he's got in, Robertson, and then broken down. It happened a couple of times, including the last frame.
$13. 14. Yeah. $21. 22. 29. 30. 37. 38.
I think it's just a fly. We've had a few this week.
Escape this time.
He's managed to escape Leo Scullion's clutches for now. Got to be said, conditions have been lovely on this table. Really have, and it's obviously brought the best out in the players.
$46.
That was made to look easy, but that was a better shot than it looked, because this is the key shot now. He's got the premium angle. These players are so talented. There's 2 or 3 ways they can play it. You can play it deep screw to get double zip on the cue ball, I call it, to catch them once and then zip back through it, or a glancing blow. Which way we choose? I would say deep screw and try and get the cue ball working. Yeah, like that.
53.
Well, the black's blocking the red to the left corner. And this is the danger, isn't it? He's got them open. So if he misses now, they're there for Dotty. So this next shot, still a big one for Robertson.
$54.
No problem though, so now looking good for 7-5. And as long as he's still in front at the end of the night, he doesn't care what the score is, just wants to win this tournament. He's in the form of his life, appearing in his third final in as many weekends. He's got the game, he's got the confidence to close this out, regardless of who he's playing and how determined they are. It's got to be said though, Graeme Dott, if he's going to practice anything in the interval, the break-off shot might be the one, because it is costing him in this match.
$61.
I don't know if he's incorporated any new drills into his practice regime, Neil Robertson, but for me his cue ball
68.
is improving all the time, every time I watch him.
69.
This black and its snooker's required. But Graeme Dott is not going to get the chance to play for them. He broke off, he caught the blue full in the
76.
face, he left a plant. Neil Robertson's done the rest
77.
and has a chance to make his 4th century now of this final. And indeed the highest break of the tournament. He could beat his own target of 140.
$84.
Someone's in this kind of form, someone of this class as well. You feel like you're
85.
being just pummeled constantly by power scoring. Every mistake you make, it's not just in the numbers game, the racking up frames and big breaks. It's so
91.
debilitating. Your mind, your confidence, your belief.
92.
But that's what top level sport's about, isn't it?
Absolutely.
99.
And this man is ruthless. So Neil Robertson's 4th century of the day restores his 2-frame advantage. 32nd century of the World Grand Prix. The sponsors, Coral, were donating £100 for every century made to Jessie May Hospice, World Snooker's official charity.
107.
And I'm sure Neil and Miller, as parents, will be delighted to see him make another one for the coffers. But in terms of the match, what it shows us is that he's not cowed by Graeme Dott coming back at him, because twice Dott's reduced the gap to 1 tonight, and twice Robertson's made a century in response. Colours for a 1-4-2.
115. 117. 120. 124. 129. 130.
So once again, a bad break-off has cost
145.
Graeme Dott dear. But this has been a wonderful break. The highest of the tournament, a total clearance of 142, and it means that Neil Robertson goes to the interval as he started the evening with a 2-frame advantage in the world.
The atmosphere here at the Centaur, as good as the snooker. Just brilliant.
Thank you. Frame 13, Neil Robertson to break.
Now, though, no more hiding place, no more intervals, no more breathers. This is it. The run to the line. Graeme Dott doing really well to hang on. He scored 397 points fewer than Robertson, but he's only 2 adrift.
One.
It was a very negative shot, wasn't it? It's very unfortunate, really, isn't it? A bit of a hint of hope. But this end of break, he's only going to get 1 from it. But whoever gets in next, what a chance. Amazing that the blacks, that red stayed exactly where it is with the black.
Yellow ball. Neil Robertson 1.
Well, there's no doubting Graeme Dott's courage and bravery. But he's going to have to team that up with his no-miss snooker, I think, if he's going to win this match. He's going to match Neil Robertson blow for blow. Deal a couple of extra ones of his own. This frame is huge.
Well, he's got tenacity to burn as Graeme Dott. I think a lot of other players, in the face of this point-scoring onslaught from Robertson, might have folded already. He's still there, though, battling.
Excellent reply. It was a good safety shot from Neil Robertson. And Graeme Dott matched it. The Reds start to slowly navigate themselves all to the left-hand side of the table here. He's had a look at the possibility of the plant going in. It'll be a shot to nothing. You won't expect to get the plant at all. Cue ball's the priority, getting that safe. Oh, in fact, he could get through to that red. What a pot. And he's actually been very unlucky, because the path that he took the cue ball, you think he'd almost guaranteed get a kiss on something to keep him in position for a colour. The gap he's found was incredible. What a pot, though.
Graeme Dott, 1.
Unfortunately, not the brown to match.
Both these reds that Neil Robertson is eyeing up to the left corner. He's also got a chance of a red to left middle, but that offers no position. But both those reds offer the opportunity to play a cannon on the red and black. Hopefully leave himself on the brown. Now coming around to see if the brown actually goes to the left corner. Looks like it does from that view. There's the cannon.
1.
I don't think he's on anything. Is he on the black? Body language. He must be on it, because he's looking to see where it'll go. Should he pot it if it goes in its own spot? It's tight.
And now development of the Reds. They're all there. What a chance. An unconventional set of Reds, really, as Stephen said. They all gone to the one side of the table. But nevertheless, the way he's queuing and the way he's thinking, you expect him to make a few.
I'll have to go for the pink here, get that back on its own spot, and make a frame winning break a lot easier.
Nine. $14. 15.
It's Robertson's 38th birthday on Tuesday. What a present this World Grand Prix title would be. Mind you, the way he's going, he'll have to spend some of the cash to build a bigger trophy cabinet.
$21.
Not ideal where he's put the cue ball. He wanted to have a little angle to play for the brown. Pretty straight, so screwing back up for pink or blue.
22.
Oh, he's just getting so much work on the cue ball. He's timing it to perfection.
And also, we have to say, playing conditions throughout the week on this main match table have been absolutely superb. Congratulations to the table fitter, Tomek Kozlowski.
$24. $25.
Marginally hampered. Shouldn't be a big deal, but it's enough to be an irritation.
$29.
And now, either way, to continue this break, a pressure ball is required. Lots of distance for the red to travel.
$40.
I have little faith.
$36. $37.
It's been an excellent break. It's not been easy at all. All the reds have been covering each other. I wouldn't like to bet him against him making a century from this position.
43.
Certainly didn't look like an opportunity when he came to the table. But
44.
slowly but surely, he's developing this.
$50.
The way Neil Robertson is feeling right now, he knows he's winning this match at this point in time. He's so confident, he's playing so well. He's just got to just keep that concentration Dott has come out
51.
and played very well tonight, but I'm afraid it just looks like he's up against someone who's just in supreme form. No weaknesses at all. This red
56.
to the left middle to leave Graeme Dott needing snookers.
57.
Believe me, you'll be thinking of some way you can try and make a century break here.
He's a century monster. He just loves them. This would be 699 in his career.
I don't think he can get the cannon on the red next to
63.
the black from this position. Oh, he's aiming low. He's maybe trying it. He's tried.
64.
He's going to need something special here to keep the break going. Tremendous effort.
69.
He's going to need all the furniture in the room to get to this shot.
Yeah.
And the weird thing is, if he pots this red, he can go very close to moving the other one off the right cushion. He needs just a trace of left-hand side.
No century, but what a break that was.
Robertson, 69. And different.
Graeme Dott remains in his chair, and the Neil Robertson lead expands to 8-5. Looking mighty good. To fly in the last couple of furlongs. 8-5 down. A possible 6 frames left. He has to win 5 of them. Formidable against anyone, especially so against Neil Robertson playing as he is.
He looks exasperated because yet again, from his break-off, he's left Neil Robertson a pot. In the modern game, the break-offs become such an important shot. And even more so when you're playing someone who's probably, in my view, the most reliable long potter in the game. He's been attacked by something. It's probably the only thing that's going to stop him winning this match the way he's playing.
Six. Seven.
Wasn't the best shot of the blue. Because it wasn't the best shot, he couldn't get really good position on the black from that last red. He had too much angle. You don't really expect him to miss anything at the moment, though. That's beautiful touch.
And the shot made easier by being left-handed. Didn't get the zip he wanted there, though, on the incorrect side of the blue.
Twenty. $21.
Screw back and I don't think avoid the red that's to the right of the bunch. Maybe play a cannon on that red. No, the red that's at the back of the bunch is going to pot to the left corner.
28.
He's going to be developing a couple of reds from this.
$29.
Controlled beautifully.
When you think, Stephen, of his evolution as a snooker player from unbelievable potter to now this cultured break builder.
$34. $35.
I'm going to play a cannon here into the pink, I think. So, but he doesn't want to hit the pink, the right-hand side of it as we look. So soft cannon, the left side of it. Oh, he's going higher on the cue ball, I think. I'd like to play the cannon here. And he's going to play for choice of reds, actually. One to the left of the pink, pots to the left corner. The other red to the right corner. Well, again, timing of that was just epic.
38. $39.
And it's the fact that he's just kept producing brilliance in 3 consecutive tournaments. Bear in mind, 2 weeks ago tonight, over in Austria, when he won the European Masters,
46.
he completed the first whitewash in a multi-session ranking event final for 31 years.
47.
Zhu Yulong was the victim there. Dott being victimised here.
$54. $55. $62. $63.
Well, very quickly, Stephen, we've arrived at frame ball again.
70. $71.
This is
78.
just been savage scoring from the Australian.
79.
Push the right-hand side red away. Hasn't played that one well. He's still got the red to the right middle, but he's playing so well, you expect him to play every shot perfectly.
86. $87.
As we said before,
92.
this man is inhabiting the zone,
93.
and he doesn't want to leave.
Buckets.
101.
Playing like the pockets are buckets. That's how he's seen them.
Robertson.
Another good
101.
play. 5 centuries in the match. Graeme Dott just broke off there. Neil Robertson did the rest. And now he's on the threshold of being the World Grand Prix champion.
Neil Robertson to break.
Neil Robertson, announced to the table by the referee Leo Scullion there, has outscored Graeme Dott by 313 points to 1.
Neil Robertson's turn to leave a red from the break-off. What has Graeme Dott got left to offer in this match? He's been hit by a barrage of scoring. Oh, brilliant. Right in the middle of the pocket.
He's so feisty, is Graeme Dott. I'm not writing him off just yet, but if he does lose, it's the kind of match that doesn't hurt as much as if he'd missed an awful lot of chances. Robertson's been in overdrive.
Five.
That was nicely played. No chance of his own. He can go into the bunch here, that little mini triangle, and still be on a red to either corner, really. Point of no return now, Graeme Dott, where every shot could be his last in this final. So sometimes that can free your arm up. You just relax and play your best snooker. Spoke too soon.
Graeme Dott, 13.
His reaction was priceless. Fancy putting the Nashes into the wood.
One.
Straight away. These reds are going everywhere. I'm a bit surprised you didn't go into them with a bit more pace.
6.
To try and bring the black into play. Obviously the black pots.
7.
What a bonus. What a chance. This could be the beginning of the end. The way he's been scoring, it'd be a brave one to bet against him winning it at this visit.
And the black slipping through a gap like this, that's the kind of break you have, the kind of good fortune you have when things are going as well as they are for Robertson right now, which basically is the best they've ever done in his entire career, which has been golden.
$15. $22. $23.
Robertson's early season, not good. A mixture of illness, turning up late, not turning up at all. On one occasion damaging the tip of his cue, all meant he had a slow start to the campaign. But what a difference now. What a difference. Got away with that one slightly.
$31. $38. $39.
He needs his cue ball to stop. I think the red is closest to go to the left corner. If not, that could be end of break. He's absolutely, he can't believe it. Just got into the cue ball too much, a little bit low on the cue ball. Desperate to carry this break on, but Just doesn't want to play anything. Don't want to push a boat out too much. Still got to respect the match. But he's so confident he feels he can pot anything.
I think the word is unplayable. A little unlucky after the quality of that pot not to drop on a ball colour easier than this. Yellow or green will go, but both are thin, both are tricky.
Okay, Robertson 43.
Well, he's actually done that a couple of times today. He's decelled a little bit, and when he's had a thin cut, he's really overcut it by a long way. But because of that, he didn't get position on the next red.
So experienced Neil Robertson, first turned professional in 1998. He knows that matches can turn quickly. At first subtly, then suddenly. He'll want to put this to bed as quickly as possible. And of course, he was 4 up with 5 to play against one of Dott's fellow countrymen, Stephen Maguire, at the Masters last month.
That was a great pot to the middle pocket, and the way the balls are, just needs to find a pot in the blue. He's going to automatically be on one of those 3 reds. What a chance. It's only going to be the occasion and the pressure of being 9-5 behind that will stop him making a winning clearance here, you feel.
Dott. 40. $21. $22. $27.
And Robertson will be sitting there thinking to himself, why did I just overcook that positional shot? Partially snooker myself on the red. That was the beginning of the end in what looked like being a frame and match-winning break.
Thank you.
Yeah, this will irritate
28.
Neil. Okay, so He's been playing so well and still 9-6 ahead. He won't be pressing any panic buttons, but it'll just irritate him that he hasn't closed the match out at that visit.
.33.
Three in front, Dott, so he needs down to the blue.
35. Okay. 38.
No, he's never ever going to just hand the match on a plate to Neil Robertson. Tremendous opening red to the right middle.
47. Graeme Dott, 47.
17 points the difference. It means one snooker required. Who can blame Robertson for carrying on? He's a fighter, Graeme Dott, waving the white flag for him. No way. The match is alive at 9-6.
Okay. Thank you. Frame 16. Graeme Dott to break.
His break-off has been ineffective, to say the least, tonight, so couldn't quite decide which side of the D to go.
He's got a good cue ball.
with 1 red in bulk and 4 others in the open in mid-table. Dott's options are limited. Reds everywhere. Bean feast, you would think, for whoever gets in first. As Stephen pointed out in the previous frame, he's at the juncture of the match where he knows every shot could be his last shot.
He's got a tempter. The red to the left of the 5 round the pink to the far left corner. But what you were just saying, Phil, that could be his last shot. Doesn't want to go it off. Yeah, well played.
When it comes to the tactical department of the game in this final, these two, blow for blow, identical percentages, 81 each. Robertson's average shot time in the match is 21 seconds, but this is a little different, and understandably so. from looking at a foregone conclusion 15 minutes ago, it's suddenly become a little tense again.
Another tempter. This time to left middle, but far, far more difficult than it looks on the screen there. He'd look to play it in a way of just leaving the cue ball on that left-hand side cushion very close to the middle pocket and hope that possibly the only red he could leave would be the one he's playing. The one closest to the blue would still be on. This is so tough. You keep your head so still here. That was so tough. What's the damage? He's just checking. I don't know whether the in-off in the green pocket is close. Or maybe it's the cannon on the green he's worried about. It was close.
And now the green could potentially come to his rescue.
This is not easy though. Slightly awkward cueing, and the fact that it had such a golden opportunity to kill the match off in the last frame. Sometimes you put a little bit too much pressure on yourself. You just got to concentrate in the pot and just presume you're going to be on something should you get it.
Four.
Distance between the two reds, but if anyone can do it, he can. Ooh, now then.
Neil Robertson, 4.
There is a red to right middle. It was actually an easier pot for Neil, and you can play for position on the black, but players are reluctant to play for object balls when they're that close to the cushion, because to get the cue ball back out for a red, you're going to have to pot the black at pace. And also you don't want to finish straight on the black. In fact, Graeme played a cannon on the black to try and promote it towards the left corner. Missed both parts of the shot, the pot and the cannon. Doesn't look to have left anything. Really nothing easy.
Now 6 reds deep in bulk. The table almost turned upside down.
The red that's closest to the left middle pocket, you could play it towards the yellow pocket. That's actually, with those reds there, it's making the pocket even bigger. He's coming to look now. Makes that pocket very big. But what does he do with the cue ball? Looking, the red is closest to the cue ball. He's looking at playing that dead straight, screwing your cue ball back to the cushion for safety, and the red will go up and hit those 2 reds by the yellow pocket and stop it coming back down the table. This is exactly the type of frame that Neil Robertson didn't want at this stage in the match, because he was in such flow.
Two balls spotted in this frame. 16 minutes in duration. The red to middle. What a pressure ball this is.
Wow, look at that cannon. It's left him, well, I was going to say perfectly in the black. This is not easy at this stage of the match, but he's also brought a red close to the black, so he doesn't have to play this with that much pace. Just drop it in. Bound to be on the red.
Lovely. Right into the heart of the pocket.
8. 9.
Build a lead here with the Reds that have remained in the scoring section of the table, and it will be hard for Dott to get back into it.
$15.
Yeah, those Reds all beyond the bulk line. It's going to be hard to... He's going to have to put a lot of these Reds to accumulate a big enough break to win this frame. He's going to have to do a lot of potting.
And when Reds congregate in this area of the table, players are out of the comfort zone because they're not normally building breaks at this end.
21. $25. 26.
Remember, Robertson trying to move into 6th place alone on the all-time list of world ranking event winners. This would be his 18th such title. But they're never easy to win, and an elementary
26.
Brown goes astray.
I was watching Neil in his chair. He actually, you can believe he missed that. Just took it for granted. And that's amazing, that going back to that positional shot from the green, and he snookered himself on the red. He looked certain to win the match. 9-10-5, I should say. Those little misses, like that miss in the brown, will just give Graeme that extra bit of belief that he can go ahead and nick this match.
8. 9.
And those mistakes, the loose positional shot, then the brown, they can get into the mind and grow and grow and grow into a nightmare. I should be over the line. That's what you've got to avoid, telling yourself.
$12. 13. 14.
tall order to win the frame at this
16.
visit, where the Reds are situated. But at least he gets himself right back into the frame.
17. $20.
I think it's fair to say already the scrappiest frame of the final. But that won't concern Dott in the slightest if he can earn another stay of execution.
Graeme Dott, 20.
Struck that far too thick, a telltale sign of tension.
One. Three. Four.
No good.
Pink ball. Graeme Dott, 4.
It's an oft-repeated phrase on the snooker circuit. The last frame is always the hardest to win. Let me tell you, it is when you're playing Graeme Dott. He will not give in.
Pink ball.
Well, it just shows you the type of frame this has been. Scores 31-30 to Graeme Dott. Only 2 reds left. And consider the scoring that we've had tonight.
8.
But this is as important as any of the other ones. Even more so in Graeme Dott's case. Staying alive in this match. Now, if the red is absolutely jammed onto the cushion, it makes the pot a lot easier. If it's just off the cushion, this is so tough. And what a point in the match to have to play this. The fact that the green and brown, the blue and brown are where they are, just takes a little bit of pressure off. It's really hard for Neil Robertson to win the frame in one visit. Yeah, that was always going to be tough.
Graeme Dott, 14.
What a time in the match to get a run of the balls.
And that's the snooker god saying, Neil, remember when you played that sloppy positional shot? And remember when you missed the brown? Well, here's the comeback.
Thank you.
Well, no prizes for guessing what shot Graeme's playing here.
Foul and miss. Graeme Dott, 5. Free ball.
Leo Scullion went round the table, called a free ball. What a turnaround.
How can a game that was so easy a couple of frames ago all of a sudden be so difficult? Psychology of snooker at the highest level.
Eight.
21 in front, Dott, so red and pink will suffice.
9. $15. $17. Graeme Dott 17.
30 points the difference, 2 snookers needed. At the UK Championship, he won a frame needing 4 snookers, did Robertson. Already this year, he's won a frame after needing 3 snookers. But that would be some way to capture a title.
If he were to pot the brown, he'd need 1 snooker to tie on the blue, but you want to keep his more balls on the table. If you can. This is a good effort. It's a very good effort. Don't expect Graeme to miss it.
That's the thing we say. The lexicon is we need 2 snookers or 3 or whatever. But it's 2 successful snookers. That's the thing. But now it's just 1.
Neil Robertson 4.
Of course, if he lays 1 snooker here and it works out well for him, it would be at least 5 penalty points, which would be enough. Valiant try, but just too narrow.
Graeme Dott 5. Yeah, and the frame.
It's willpower with Graeme Dott. He refuses to accept his fate. It's 9-7, brewing up nicely.
Problem now when you're in Neil Robertson's position is
Okay, Neil.
you can try too hard now, trying to force the issue to get over the winning line.
Neil Robertson to break.
That points total now, he scored 516 points more than Dott. And yet the wee man is still in there.
Didn't even reach the baulk line with that safety shot. Neil, a choice of either of these reds. Now we repeat a couple of frames ago. That'd have been automatic. Definitely feeling it a bit now, Neil Robertson, to get over that winning line. And every time he misses a pot, it just gives Graeme Dott that little bit more self-belief. Great shot. Attacking shot. Brought more reds into play. Perfectly on the blue.
when someone's almost there and the lead is gradually eroded, thoughts switch from how great it would be to win to how terrible it would be to lose.
Seven. $14.
Caught it too thick. And then Dott straight in.
15.
Again, not shying away from the aggressive shot. He's got a red to left
20.
middle. A little shake of the head. He's hoping for something easier, with easier position.
The aforementioned snooker gods playing their part again.
Graeme Dott, 21.
I suppose if you're Neil Robertson and it's clutching at straws, look for anything positive. I think Graeme didn't land on a colour in fluking that red, but that was... He was up out of his chair.
"5 hours of solid gold entertainment yet to be concluded.
Foul and a miss. Graeme Dott, 4.
The idea was right, the pace wasn't. Has he left this red?
One. Graeme Dott, 1.
He knew as soon as he hit it. Part of him was watching the cannon. One thing with Graeme, you get to know exactly what he's feeling with every shot he plays. Well, what a gift for Neil Robertson.
And the way he was feeling, all donations gratefully accepted. Jumps up. Oh, the agony.
One.
Neil Robertson's just got to play the cue ball. The red that's closest to the cue ball. Just come off the cushion. Just go past that. Any cannon into those 6 reds would be fine. Wow, that is a terrible shot. And if he's on a red to the middle, he's fortunate, because that is not the way he played that. He has got a red to the right middle, but he's feeling it at the moment. Awkward cueing along the bridges to the cue ball. And that's an excellent pot. That'll make him feel a whole lot better, that pot, and he's purple on the blue.
For me, given its timing, its context, that's his best shot of the match. We've seen a lot more spectacular, of course we have, but that was gutsy. That inevitable rhythm in amongst the balls an hour or so ago has been replaced. Another tester. Now in prime scoring territory.
Yeah, one more little cannon. The 2 reds near the pink spot, the left-hand side red. And then it's now, you would think, plain sailing, but you can't take anything for granted. We've seen the brown he missed off the spot
22.
in the previous frame. But I think the fact that he did miss that brown will just sharpen up his focus even more. Be given absolutely everything, every ounce of concentration now to this visit.
23.
The last thing he wants is this intruder.
So the black puts him 4 points in front, so he's going to need one of the more awkward reds on the cushions.
30. $31.
I feel nervous for him.
37. $38.
That black just seemed to wriggle in slightly. If Neil
45.
Robertson does win the match at this visit, Graeme Dott will be so disappointed that it was from an unforced error. I missed black off the spot.
46.
He's undoubtedly been the better player on the day. You can argue with that. But sometimes the better player doesn't win matches.
So the last
53.
of the straightforward reds, the one in the left side cushion for a left-hander is obviously, well, in normal play, not a problem at all.
$54.
So the red to put them 36 points ahead with
61.
35 on the table.
No positional heroics, and why should there be? Tell you what, though, he'd like to see the back of this black. Give himself that buffer zone.
$69. Neil Robertson, 69.
The match not quite dead just yet.
One.
$35 points behind. 27 on, 2 4-point penalty snookers and all the colours to force a respotted black.
Graeme Dott, 8.
The cloak of tension descending again.
Foul. Graeme Dott, 4. Two.
Needs his cue ball to stop right about now. So great chance. Take that cue ball right up tight behind the brown ball. Wants to try and keep the green away from any cushions as well.
Graeme Dott, 2.
It's a snooker, but I don't think there's any chance Neil can miss it, especially I think coming off the baulk cushion. Surely he's got to play off the baulk cushion. It's unmissable. Okay, you could be so unlucky. You could go in, there's room to go behind the green to the side cushion, but
and maybe that's what he's thinking. Way back in the second frame today, Graeme Dott fluked the green out of a snooker. Now Neil Robertson would love to do the same. He'd settle for hitting it, and he hasn't. He hasn't. Would you believe it?
well, just when you think you haven't seen it all on Graeme Dott today. The first snooker was magnificent. The second one, I didn't think there was any way Neil was going to miss it.
Foul, a miss.
Wow.
Graeme Dott, 4.
Wow. That's all you can say. Now, what's the angle on this green? Is it a natural? To pot the green in the left middle,
Yeah.
and end up on the brown. I don't think Graeme can actually believe himself he's in this position. You give Neil Robertson another 100 shots, he probably couldn't do that again.
Yeah.
Well, obviously wasn't a natural angle.
Greg, could you bring this
Now,
up,
will
please?
he regret not taking that on? That's what he's thinking. Will I get a better shot? Will I get an easier pot at this?
Yeah, because snookers were not required. But move it away. Right back.
I think Graham's actually, this time we'll actually be hoping that Neil hits the green,
That way.
because there's more chance of him being left a pot, I think,
Okay.
if he makes contact with the green.
Yeah. We might need to fine tune it because of the screen resolution. Yeah, I think that's the right distance from the cushion.
Is the white in between the green and pink?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and it went behind the black and come back up.
I think it's
Yeah, okay. Graeme?
The players in mutual agreement, off we go again. I can't quite believe what I'm seeing.
Foul, a miss. Graeme Dott, 4. Free ball. Back.
Free ball, but not taken. That's what I mean. That's why I say Graeme wants Neil to actually hit the green. Make contact with it.
Sorry.
I can't believe that. Oh, was it 5-10 minutes ago? Graeme Dott needed 2 snookers to tie it. Now Neil Robertson actually needs green and brown to win the match now. Where's the green ending up? There's the pot. Here's the chance. Neil Robertson stands there in disbelief. Potted the green too thick. Needed to catch the green a lot thinner to come off 2 cushions. He's still got a pot in this brown. To middle or corner actually, but I can't see him taking it on to the middle.
Graeme Dott, 3.
That's another very good safety shot from Graeme Dott. What a tough match player he is. Good hit.
On the nose, wasn't it? On the nose. And a totally full-ball snooker as the pendulum swung again.
It's a chance. It's a horrible pot to the right middle, and he needs the blue as well. Brown puts him 18 ahead. How would you play this? Do you risk playing it dead weight to land on an easy blue? When you go in and out of bulk. Where's the brown? Thought for a second it was going in behind the black. You don't know what's going to happen next in this match.
You said it before, though. You think you've seen it all.
Foul or a miss. Neil Robertson, 4.
Well, you'll be playing again, Graeme. But is it from where it's ended up or back to where he played it? I think it's an easier shot replacing it. I mean, a harder shot for Graeme Dott, I should say. I'd be surprised if Neil makes him play from where he is now. I think put it back. It's so difficult to go across the object ball.
Greg going to bring it up.
There's no faulting that logic.
Yeah.
Of course, if he misses the brown again,
More that way.
he would be warned. "18 points the difference. 22 on. Robertson was an inch away from victory. on several occasions, but still not quite there.
Yeah. Graeme? Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Of course, if he misses the brown again, he would be 22 behind with 22 on and could only force a respotted black with the 4 colours.
He's looking to see if he plays the brown half ball on the right-hand side as he looks at it, whether the black will stop the cue ball going up the table. That's what he's played. Oh, I can't believe it actually went round the back of the black. But he's got the brown, well, fairly safe. It's a tempter. But if you go for it and miss it, you have no idea where the brown's going to end up. But because it's match ball, you're so tempted to go for it, especially what's happened before in this frame. You want to get this over and done with. It's a pretty disciplined shot from Neil Robertson. Very good.
Almost maximum distance between cue ball and object ball. What a final. He's made 5 centuries in this match, Robertson. All he wants to do now is just pop one ball.
That's a good hit, but Graeme Dott has gained the initiative in this little struggle on the brown. If there's a gap, well, you can see the disappointment. Very, very good shot from Robertson. Graeme Dott has to hit this brown full ball to try and send it up the table. Could even get a snooker back here. Doesn't want to push the black safe, but it's all right. Main thing, he's got the brown safe. Don't think Neil will be tempted to play the brown to right middle. Well, I don't know what he played there, but whatever it was, he's butchered it, to be honest. You can't believe it. What a chance for Graeme Dott.
Five.
Too far, so he's going to have to leave the pink into the left corner, and he can stun the cue ball off 2 cushions to get the cue ball towards the black. But there's so much pressure out there.
Nine.
So much pressure that he didn't want to play a little soft screw, he wanted to screw off the cushion.
All day today, he's been prone to overcutting this range of pot. Will the technique and the alignment hold firm this time?
That is a wonderful pot under pressure. Has he got a pot in the black? Absolutely fabulous shot. But this black is anything but easy. Now, what pace do you want to play this at? If you play it slow, you miss it, you leave it over the pocket. I believe you just got to go for this 100%. Don't even think about safety. All you think about is pot the black. He thought about safety.
Graeme Dott, 15.
Look where the cue ball is. I think if he'd gone all out for the pot, he'd have got it. Black twice across the table. Cue ball up and down, trying to get the cue ball on the black cushion and the black on the baulk cushion. He's played this one, well, 100 times better than his last shot. Excellent.
The tension off the charts. It isn't a decider, but it feels like one.
Well, if Neil Robertson loses his frame, I don't know how he can come back from this. And he may have left a chance of a pot, but because it's such a thin cut to the corner, again, if he goes for it, misses the pot, highly likely to leave the black over the pocket. He's also got to beware of the double kiss going in off in that pocket if he's choosing to play the black up and down. He's looking at the pot angle. The cue ball's going to be running wild. Cue ball's running wild. Wow.
Simply unbelievable. What a pot. What a frame.
Thank you. Settle down now. Thank you. Frame 18, Graeme Dott to break.
If you're a believer in momentum, a decider is a certainty. Dott smiling. Robertson looking a little ashen. He's going through the emotional ringer. Well, normal service has been resumed. Dott breaking off, leaving a red. Robertson knocking it in. And that's symptomatic of the tension in the arm. He's nowhere near where he wanted to be.
Yeah. Sorry. Thank you. Neil Robertson, 3.
Another shocker.
When you're in Neil Robertson's position, it's so difficult to stop the negative thoughts. Things like, how can I lose this match? How did I not finish on the red when I was potting the green 3 frames ago? How did I lose the last frame? So hard to fight those thoughts. But that's one way of getting rid of them. I mean, gifted another chance.
Yeah.
These facial expressions. I think just underlining the occasion.
Thank you. 1.
The black clearly goes. At this stage, he's really been a bit straighter on the black. Anything's missable now. Oh, we've just seen with Graeme's long pot. He thought it was possible. It was more difficult to miss it. But that's what the pressure does.
Eight.
Not as good a chance as the one he had in the previous frame because the reds still need developing. Nevertheless, Robertson grateful to have it.
Nine.
Now, the shot here is to go into the bunch and leave the red over the right corner pocket, but how confident is he to play that shot? In normal play, normal conditions, that's the shot. That just shows you what he's feeling at the moment.
16.
Got a chance to, he could go into them here again off the red, but doing it now, you're chancing a lot to luck, finishing on a colour.
70.
In this situation, the mind flips. It goes from seeing opportunity to seeing obstacle.
Oh, he's overhit that. It's such a long way. The 3 reds to the left of the bunch. He's playing for the top one to right middle pocket. He's just seen problems everywhere at the moment, Neil Robertson. This is a pretty straightforward safety shot. It's come half ball off the red he's pointing to and send the cue ball up to the bulkhead, but now he's thinking, am I going to stick a red over the right corner pocket?
Neil Robertson,
In the
24.
end, it's a pretty good shot, you have to say. He doesn't care how he wins this now. Neil Robertson doesn't need to be pretty anymore. Just get the W. But this man will just not leave him alone. Just won't leave him alone.
And after a pot like that, he deserved a beneficial kiss, which I think we can say that is. Not the best, though. Hampered over the brown. Too close to the brown, really.
Yeah, if he hasn't got a good angle, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but rolling up behind the brown is not a bad play, the way the reds are split. Very difficult to get safe. And the longer he delays going for a pot, I believe the less likely is of playing a good shot. It looks like it is the pot. Looking at the pot angle. Correct shot. Had a nice angle on the brown.
5.
Cue ball automatically coming down towards the reds. Would like to travel a little bit further. Again, it's purely pressure. It's almost like you got no control over your arm.
And folks, that's coming from arguably the greatest pressure player in the history of the game. Your stomach churns.
And you can bet every professional snooker player is watching this match and just enjoying these two suffering under the pressure. But they would all wish they were here. Believe me on that.
Graeme, Dott, 6.
And if he's left the edge of the red next to the black, that's disappointing.
Very good safety shot. Graeme may have to put himself out of trouble here.
Oh.
I can't see how he can get safe. 4 reds in a line, the one to the extreme right is the one he might have to pot. If you can see the red that's touching the black, I suppose you could play dead weight just off the left-hand side of that and leave the cue ball in the jaws of this right-hand corner pocket. That would be pretty safe. But that's, you're trusting the table, you know, a delicate touch, and at this stage, under this pressure, horrible shot to have to play. Here's the one that I thought he was going to have to play, and he's eyeing it up. Oh, what a shot this is. This could be the match here, Phil.
Odds against, but it's Graeme Dott. He's got the heart of a lion.
Oh boy, did he hit it well. And he's got very, very lucky. Well, maybe the cue ball has just travelled far enough. He's left the red to the right corner. I thought he got away with it for a second there. Okay, this is not easy. And nothing's easy at the moment. What an effort at that pot.
He would have traded the second red for a position on a colour in a heartbeat.
I think this type of shot, you just don't overthink it. Whatever these 3 baulk colours you decide to play, getting the cue ball tight in that baulk cushion is a priority.
Just thinking back to the Champion of Champions final in November.
Green ball.
He was on the brink of defeat against Judd Trump. Pulled that one out of the fire. Is it going to be role reversal this evening?
You Robertson, 2.
Well, he's got Graeme again. And this time, is there even a pot to get himself out of trouble? There's one, you can see it. The 5 red's the one to the right. He's looking to take the cue ball off the black cushion with a little touch of left-hand side. The red that's nearest the pink spot, try and flick that on the left-hand side going up and take the cue ball back to the baulk end. He wouldn't mind missing it completely the first time. Hitting it thick, it's big trouble. Oh, what a shot. What a shot. Brilliant. Okay, may have left Neela a chance of a pot to the right corner, but that was brilliant from Graeme Dott.
Just avoiding the pink, skimming off the yellow.
He's got a chance of a pot again. No, brilliant pot. Brilliant pot.
But when it's like this, there's nothing easy. Look where the white has decided to come to rest.
He's bound to cannon the first of the 3 reds in a line. So just trusting it luck, but just make sure you pot the blue. At least you're playing the next shot, whatever happens, and you'll settle for that.
6.
Thinking logically, it could be over. But after what's already occurred, that would be foolish to think. Can't quite get the rest in, so needs the spider. This adds to the degree of difficulty always, especially for imparting any kind of pace into the cue ball. Unwanted side can be flicked on and you can miss the easiest ball.
Thank you. 7.
Again, very good, but on the incorrect side of the blue.
Twelve.
Well, he somehow found his potting boots again. Excellent long red and some good shots being played here. Considering what he's been through, especially in the last frame. It's a great effort. But he's missed another
Robertson
brown off the
14.
spot. I think every pot that Neil's missed today has been thin.
It was a while ago, but in the 16th frame, he led 30-0. The Reds were there. He missed an easier brown than that. Considerably easier.
One.
Done pretty well to get the cue ball there. Pink to right middle. Again, another one of these shots, we just concentrate on the pot. Positional side of it should take care of itself.
Pink ball.
hit it a little bit harder than I thought he was going to hit it.
7.
Trusted to luck a little bit. Got none.
And with the position of the balls, a 29-point lead here is really useful. Green safe, black safe, 2 of the 3 red safe.
Thank you. Graeme Dott, 7.
I think I'd be tempted, if I was Neil, to try and cut this red in to the right middle. Bring the cue ball back to somewhere near where it is now. You'd have a pot in the pink, and if you missed it, well, there's every chance you wouldn't leave a pot on. Took it on, but I thought he might have brought the cue ball back to the left-hand side of the table. He's left a pot for Graeme, but where that red's that Neil attempted finished, too risky. So bringing the only safe red into play.
Yes, and now, for the moment, one of Robertson's safety nets has been cut up.
Oh, in the end, it looked like he played the pot. In the end, he's quite lucky that the brown has stopped the cue ball coming back closer to the reds.
The red will go to middle, but those horrible blind cutbacks, not inviting in the first frame, let alone what might be the last. Neil's thinking, please go over a pocket. But it refused to.
Looking to see if the brown is potable. Is there enough room to squeeze past the red and pot it? Should he pot this red into the green pocket? Take the cue ball across to that left side cushion. It's amazing when you're under this pressure, you just struggle to find the potting point on the object ball. Great pot. 30 points ahead. Pink, 36 points ahead. And the red, he can get on to the right middle.
Pressures created by the desire to avoid defeat, and how badly you'll feel if you do lose.
Pink ball, thank you.
Clever little shot that with the blue safe.
7.
So this red again. To leave Graeme Dott needing a snooker.
8.
After what occurred in the previous frame, he will not be taking anything for granted. Complacency, that word in his vocabulary, does not exist.
Well, there's Pink to put himself in exactly the same position, with Graeme needing 2 snookers to tie. Surely lightning can strike twice here.
14. Neil Robertson, 14.
And this time it's not just the snookers, which are formidable enough to get. It's the fact that should he get them, look at the green, look at the blue, look at the black. It's a gargantuan task to win this frame for Graeme Dott.
Thank you.
Well, at least the black's out.
Foul. Graeme Dott, 4.
Well, I just can't believe this. And Neil can't either.
I've seen consecutive frames won after a player's required a snooker, but I don't think I've ever seen one where consecutive frames have been won when player requires multiple snookers. If you're just tuning in, the last frame, Robertson had got it won. Dott needed a couple of snookers. He got them and won it on the black. Robertson's praying that history does not repeat itself.
Inner over is going to be Neil's tactic whenever he can see a red.
Dott reels away from the table. He suspects that could be that. He's been waiting to exhale. It's just relief, Stephen. That's all it is. Relief, pure and simple.
Sorry.
And now the game's easy again.
10.
You have to say commiserations to Graeme Dott. What a contribution he's made to this match. But on the day, the best player won. It was a cracking contest with a twist in the tail. But in the end, the Coral World Grand Prix champion is Neil Robertson, but only just at 10-8. I can tell you this, in all of his life, he's never felt relief quite like this.
Ladies and gentlemen.